Most people don't realize how quickly tone can change whether someone trusts your message. And if you're creating a script for a training video, commercial or social media ad, a brand video, or a healthcare explainer, this matters to you because your audience may decide how they feel about the message before they fully even process the words. Immediately, they're already asking, does this feel believable? Does this feel clear? Do I want to keep listening? That is why tone matters so much in voiceover. Tone affects whether people stay with the message long enough to understand it, trust it, and know what to do next. Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm both a voice actor and a psychologist, so I spend a lot of time thinking about how people actually hear and absorb communication. My psychology background taught me that people don't respond only to the words. They also respond to the way they feel as they're being addressed. Now, we know this in everyday life. Someone can say, that's fine, and depending on the tone, it can feel warm or irritated and dismissive. That's fine. The words stay the same, but the experience changes. And that's true in voiceover too. A script can be accurate, the message can be really important, the production can look really polished, and the tone can still shape whether the audience leans in or starts pulling away. If it feels pushed, the audience may lose trust. If it feels clear, steady, and human, people have a better chance of staying with it. So let's take medical narration as an example. If you're creating healthcare content, your script may be full of accurate information, and clinical accuracy matters. But the listener may also be hearing something that feels complicated, personal, or even scary. So the voice has to help the audience stay present. If it's too cold, the information can feel harder to receive, too emotional, and the message can feel less professional. The right read may need calm credibility, clear enough to follow, warm enough to feel human, and steady enough to trust. Now, think about commercial voiceover. A commercial has very little time to build trust. The audience decides quickly, is this for me? Do I believe this? Does this brand get me? That's why a pushed read can work against the message. The audience may feel like they're being sold to before they feel any real connection. A believable read creates a different experience. It can feel more like a real conversation, a real invitation. The voice still has energy, and the message still has momentum, but the tone feels honest enough for the audience to stay open. Documentary narration needs something different. The story may already carry the emotional weight. The footage may already be doing a lot, so the voice doesn't need to force the meaning. It needs to support the viewer while the story unfolds. That may take restraint or just a sense of presence, a tone that helps the audience stay curious and connected. Because the narrator should guide without taking over. You shouldn't be competing with the message. All of this tone really matters to you because the same script can land very differently depending on the tone. A training module may need guidance. An audiobook may need long-form trust. A brand video may need warmth and credibility. An explainer may need clarity and pace. Different genres need different reads because different audiences need different things from the message. That's what I mean when I talk about the relationship inside the read. Every script creates some kind of relationship with the listener, and the voice helps shape what that relationship feels like. When I approach a script, I'm not only asking, what does the client want? I'm asking, what does this audience need from the voice? Do they need to feel reassured? Do they need to feel guided? Do they need more energy? Or do they need a little more space and room to process? Those choices shape how the message is received. And that matters because your audience may never stop and analyze why a voice feels right. They may never say, the pacing really helped me trust the message. They're not going to say, the warmth made the information easier to absorb. They may just simply stay with it. They may understand more. They may feel more connected. And this will help them feel more confident about what to do next. That is the benefit. Tone helps the message land. If you're working on a script, here's the one question to ask before you choose the voice. What does your audience need to feel in order to keep listening? Do they need calm, credibility, warmth, energy, clarity? Once you know that, the tone has a clear job. And when the tone has a clear job, the read becomes much more useful. It supports the message. It supports the audience. It helps the whole project work better. Because when people feel connected, they listen differently. That is the relationship inside the read. If your script needs the right tone to help people trust the message, your next step's really simple. Visit sendmyscript.com, follow the steps, and send me your script. I'd love to help you shape a read that helps your audience stay connected.